Damn right. And you're gonna make a difference.
This one comes with a basic sort of digital package.
Hey, you can make money off my name, make it, okay?
You got the power to change lives, right?
Hello and welcome to the Barry J. McDonald podcast. If you're interested in creating your own digital product or just want to learn more, you're in the right place. Whether you're just starting out or have been working on your digital product for a while, we hope that our podcast will provide valuable insights and inspiration to help you on your journey. Take it away, Barry.
Hi, this is Barry here, and you are very, very welcome to today's podcast episode. Now, today I want to talk about small wins and why you should be celebrating them. You know, in the online business world, it's very easy to get caught up in the pursuit of big goals and huge, significant milestones. We're always looking for more money. We're also looking for more subscribers. We're always looking for a bigger community and more products and more of this and more of that. And, those big goals and those milestones sometimes are a way off in the distance. So maybe it's time just to be a little bit wiser and actually celebrate our small wins. Not have to wait for the big milestones or the big goals to come to us. What about just celebrating our wins along the way? Because when you think about it, you can't normally get to a significant goal until you have some small wins along the way. It's almost like thinking, well, I can run a marathon, get from the starting point to the end point in one jump. No, you don't. When you're running a marathon, it's one step after another. And so it is to the goal that you're looking to achieve. You're going to have a series of small wins. Now, sometimes you can maybe do a quantum leap and go from where you are up to a certain point. But for the majority of time and for the majority of us, it's going to be a gradual process. It's going to be a small goal after small goal after small goal. And when you think about it, why would you put off your happiness? Why would you put off your joy? Why would you keep looking off in the distance and saying to ourselves, well, I'm not going to celebrate until I get X amount of followers or X amount of money or have X amount of people in the community? Looking off for that moment before we will, switch on our happiness. Wouldn't it be better maybe just to stop for a moment and just appreciate where we are? Acknowledge the achievements that we've reached so far, the small wins. Because when you think about it, if you start celebrating your small wins, it's going to boost your motivation. It's going to increase your confidence. It's going to help you maintain momentum on your journey to success. Because every big goal is achieved through a series of small victories. Now, when you think about it as well too, it's very easy to, lose sight of ourselves when we're looking off into the distance at those huge goals. But if you celebrate your small goals, it's almost like having a little checklist. You can see how you're getting on. You can track your progress. Are you actually moving forward? Are your numbers slowly creeping upwards? Is the traffic increasing on your website? Do you have more people signing up to your email list? Are you making a few more dollars or pounds this month than you were last month? It's an easy way to keep tracking your progress. Another thing too, when it comes to small wins, sometimes sharing those successes with other people not only help us, but also help other people as well too. Because, a lot of us are in the same game and we all have our down days. We all have the days when we're not motivated, where we feel that we are the only one in the world, who's not being successful. Everybody else is making money. Everybody else has got people joining their email list. Everybody else is winning, but you're not winning. And sometimes sharing your successes with others, even if it's a small success, can be a motivator to each other. You've gained X amount of email subscribers. That helps me think, well, if she can do it or he can do it, well, then I can do it as well too. So sometimes sharing your successes, with your colleagues, with your followers, like your followers too, I'm sure would love to know that you're being successful. They'd love to know that you're doing well. The reason they're following you is because they like you. And if we like people, we like to know that the people we like are doing well. So share some of that success with your followers as well too. Another thing why we should be celebrating our small wins is because it can make us reflect on our lessons learned. Again, like keeping an eye on our progress, we can have a look at our small wins and we can reflect and say, well, what have I learned from this small win to the one I had previously? What happened along the way? What allowed me to get this small win? What did I change? What did I do differently? And you'll find that maybe the small lesson you might learn between those small wins could be something that you need to know to get you to your large wins. It can be something that you're building along on. And small wins also help us build momentum. You know, as I said, when you're looking off at new targets and new things off in the distance, you do sometimes lose your motivation. You do feel, well, I'll never get to that point. You know, I've been working in this business and I haven't got anywhere closer to it. I'll never achieve it. But you find when you've got small wins, it does make you feel better about yourself. It helps you build momentum. It makes you feel like, you know something, I'm moving forward. You know, I'm getting somewhere. Okay, I haven't got to that big, huge goal yet, but if I look backward, I can see I'm improving. I'm increasing. You know, I'm moving forward. There might be small steps, but at least they're small steps in the right direction. And again, too, another reason you should celebrate your small wins is because you need to reward yourself. You need to reward yourself regularly. You need to give yourself a pat on the back. You need to congratulate yourself for getting out of your comfort zone, taking the action that you did, showing up, doing whatever you need to do to get that small win. Because when you think about it, what's the point in holding off until you reach that magical milestone and then you give yourself a pat on the back? You know, how long are you going to be waiting to reach that point? And then when you do reach that point, how long are you going to be waiting for the next point before you celebrate, before you congratulate yourself? Now, I'll be honest, I'm probably one of the worst people who rewards themselves. I simply just keep chugging along, always looking forward. So I know this is something I need to keep an eye on myself. Because I know sometimes, you know, when you're constantly looking off, sometimes your motivation does go down. Sometimes you don't feel as confident. You don't feel you're getting anywhere. But when you celebrate your small wins, when you look back at the few extra subscribers you got, you know, the few extra dollars you got, you know, the hard work you've put in, you know, and the dedication for that small win, it is something to be celebrated. And you deserve something for doing that. Now, how you celebrate it is totally up to you. You can go on a special night out. You can buy something for your office or buy something or vacation or give yourself the day off or something like that because you've earned it for your small win. So just remember that, you know, whatever big wins, whatever the significant goals you're looking to do, that's great. It's great to have those. But don't forget the little steps along the way. Don't forget the changes that you need to acknowledge in yourself. Congratulate yourself on to get to those big goals. Every goal is a step, and you need to acknowledge those small wins because, as I said, it's going to help boost your motivation. You're going to feel motivated every week because you can see yourself having those small wins. You can see that you're moving forward. Okay, the goal is still a way off in the distance, but at least you're walking in the right direction. You're going to feel better about yourself. And as I said, you need to stop sometimes, and you just need to look at how far you've come. You know, sometimes when we look way off in the distance, it seems so far away. Sometimes you need to stop and just mentally look behind you. Look at the person you were last week. Look at the person you were last month. Imagine looking back at the person you were last year, not knowing half of the things that you do right now. Maybe not taking half of the action. Maybe not having a business that is, you know, a fraction of the size that it is now. Now, looking off the distance, you might seem a little bit small. But when you look back at where you started from, I'm sure you can see that you've come on in leaps and bounds. So celebrate those wins. Because, as I said, they can have a huge impact on you, mentally, on your confidence, how you feel about yourself. And what's the point in waiting for some magical moment that could happen maybe next year, maybe in 2 years' time? How about just celebrating yourself right now and enjoying the journey along the way? Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. If you're interested in learning more about how to create your own profitable digital course from scratch, we have a special report that we know you'll love. To pick up your copy of Piggyback Profits, How to Make Your First Profitable Course, go to writecom.com now. We'll see you in the next episode.